In today's episode of Inside the Mind, we're diving into the secret to never running out of things to say, how some people seem to flow effortlessly in conversation, why others struggle, and what you can do to master the art of endless dialogue. This audio recording includes subtitles so you can follow along more intentionally and absorb the ideas at your own pace. Have you ever been in a conversation where your mind just goes blank? 1 minute you're talking, everything's flowing, and then, boom, silence. You scramble for anything to say, but nothing comes to mind. And that silence, it stretches on forever. But what if I told you that running out of things to say isn't a personality flaw, that it's not about being naturally talkative or not? Instead, it's a skill, one you can learn, practice, and actually get really good at. Today, we're going to break down exactly why conversations stall, what's happening in your brain when you freeze up, and most importantly, how to almost never run out of things to say again. And no, it doesn't involve memorizing lists of topics or forcing awkward small talk. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about why this happens in the first place. Because if you don't understand the problem, it's almost impossible to fix it. A lot of people think that running out of things to say means they're just bad conversationalists, but that's not actually true. So what's really happening is that your brain is putting too much pressure on the moment. You're overanalyzing every word, every reaction, every second of silence. Instead of just flowing with the conversation, you're mentally scrambling for the right thing to say. And here's the irony. When you start doing that, your brain shuts down the same way a computer freezes when too many tabs are open at once. That mental overload, it blocks creativity. It stops you from making natural connections, and suddenly all your thoughts seem to vanish. So if overthinking is the problem, then the solution isn't to force yourself to be more interesting, it's to change the way you engage with conversations in the first place. Most people run out of things to say because they're focused on themselves. What do I say next? Am I being interesting? What if they think I'm boring? And that's a recipe for conversational anxiety. But the moment you shift your focus from yourself to the other person, everything changes. Instead of trying to come up with something good to say, start getting curious about them.
Pay attention to what they're saying. Notice their tone, their expressions, their word choices. Because here's the secret. People give you endless material to work with if you actually listen. Someone mentions they just got back from a trip. Boom, instant follow-up. Oh, nice. What was the best part? They say they've been super busy with work. Oh yeah, what's been keeping you the busiest? These aren't scripted lines, they're just natural responses that come from paying attention. When you get genuinely curious, you stop worrying about what to say next, because the conversation starts leading itself. Ever notice how some people can keep a conversation going forever without effort? They're not magic. They're just using a simple technique called expansion loops. Expansion loops work like this. Instead of treating a conversation like a series of question-answer exchanges, you treat it like an expansion of ideas. Every response branches into new directions. For example, person A, I just got back from a trip. Person B, basic response, oh, cool. Where'd you go? Person B, expansion loop, nice. Was it a relaxing trip or more of an adventure? That small shift opens up way more possibilities. Instead of just getting a fact, where they went, you're diving into the experience itself. Here's another one. Person A, I've been super busy with work. Person B, basic response, oh, that sucks. Person B, expansion loop, busy in a stressful way or busy in an exciting way? See the difference? One keeps the conversation surface level, the other opens doors. The more you do this, the more natural it becomes, and suddenly you never run out of things to say. Now let's talk about the thread technique. This is what allows people to turn one small comment into a full flowing conversation. Imagine every topic is like a thread. Instead of jumping from topic to topic, you pull on each thread and see where it leads. Example, person A, I just started watching this new show. Person B, oh yeah, what's it about? What got you into it? Is it one of those shows that gets better as it goes? What's the last show you got totally hooked on? One comment turns into 4 different conversation paths. No awkward silences, no pressure, just smooth, natural flow. The key is to treat every topic as an entry point, not an end point. You don't just respond, you explore. Let's be real. Sometimes silence will happen, and that's okay. The problem isn't the silence itself, it's the way we react to it. Most people panic. They see a pause and think, oh no, the conversation is dying. But here's the truth. Silence isn't the enemy. Awkwardness is the difference between panic and confidence. When you're comfortable with silence, it stops feeling awkward. Instead of scrambling to fill every pause, you own the quiet moments. You let them breathe. Because guess what? A lot of the best conversations aren't constant talking. They have rhythm, moments of energy, moments of pause. That's what makes them feel natural. So instead of fearing silence, learn to sit with it. And when you do, you'll realize something powerful. It's never been about having enough to say. It's about being present enough to let the conversation unfold. So if you want to almost never run out of things to say, here's what you do. Shift your focus from yourself to curiosity about the other person. Use expansion loops to keep topics open-ended. Pull on conversational threads instead of jumping between topics. Get comfortable with silence so pauses don't feel awkward. And most importantly, relax. The best conversations don't happen because someone is naturally good at talking. They happen because someone is engaged, paying attention, showing up fully in the moment. Do that, and you'll never run out of things to say. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. What's your biggest struggle when it comes to conversations? You're probably not the only one feeling that way, and sometimes just recognizing the pattern is the first step to breaking it. Thanks for watching, take care of your mind, and I'll see you in the next video.